To be in God's house tonight.
Yeah!
Y'all can do better than that.
Yeah!
I really want to do something different for offering today. I just really want to talk about how God saved my life. All weekend we've been talking about how God can use us and how He can impact our lives. And
right.
I just want to take y'all back just a little and just share with what God's did in my life. And how many of y'all were broken before you met Jesus? I don't mean just lost, but just a mess.
Come on.
No direction, no guidance in your life.
Come on. Yeah.
And it's just amazing how God works, just His grace and how faithful He is. And I actually want to just talk about where I got saved at. March 5th of 2005. I came with my mom. I promised her I'd come to church. I don't know, we made out some kind of deal or something. And Philip did a salvation call. And I didn't respond. I just felt my heart pounding, my hands are sweaty and different stuff, and I just didn't respond. And I thought that would be the last time I was in church. Something didn't happen. But the following Sunday, March 12th, I woke up that morning and just go to the bathroom and brush my teeth and get ready. And I looked in the mirror and I said, enough. I just began to cry and I began to weep. And I came to this church not really knowing what to expect, not really knowing what was going to happen that day. And even in praise and worship, I just felt something different. I felt the burden, the hurts. I've been through a lot of hurt in different situations, and I just began to feel them just melt away.
Come on, Jesus.
That's the God that you're sowing into.
Good.
And He gave it another appeal that day. And I still didn't go down at first. We can be stubborn. But I was one of those people that, you hear pastors say, I'm going to give one last appeal. And my heart just began to beat out of my head. And I just made my way down here, just a nervous wreck, not knowing what to do, or I really didn't know. And I embraced Pastor Philip. And I cried. And he held me for, it felt like 10 or 15 minutes. And I just cried and I cried. I was just letting everything out that I had been through. And from that moment, God has just completely changed my life.
Come on, yes. Amen.
Do you realize how He works and how amazing He is?
That's right.
And I look back and I look at the opportunities that I've had. I've been able to work in youth ministry for several years. I've been able to work and be on the praise and worship team and play drums. And every time I take the stage to play drums, I have to pass by where I got saved.
Come on, that's good.
I remember that. It's not a day that goes by. And I don't deserve it. I ask God, what have I done for You to bless me so much? And can I just speak from the heart today?
Come on.
God's brought somebody incredible in my life. I used to pray, God, send me someone that's going to love me. And for most of you who know that a few years ago we liked each other and we hung out a few times and it just wasn't God's time. And I used to pray, God, if it's not her, send someone in my life. But I know if it's the right person. But somewhere along the way I stopped praying for myself and I started praying for her. That God would just send someone to her that's going to bless her, that's going to love her. And I stand here in this spot today. It's not a coincidence. It's not a chance. That this was a life-changing moment where I stood. And I want to have another life-changing moment today.
I wonder what God mistaken. Oh Lord, he's so complicated. There's nothing I want to do with you. Knew everything that I can ask for in a woman and a wife. Made all my dreams come true. When God made you, He must have been thinking about me.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Trey had come to me this week and he said to me, Pastor Philip, I planned. Come on, there you go. He said, Pastor Philip, I planned to do